How you doing? Welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be looking at 6 things I really love about the new Insta360 Go Ultra. And first of all, getting straight into it, is the size and the compactness of this little camera. You can see it fits perfectly into my palm of my hand there pretty much. And when you detach the standalone camera from the body, the action is even smaller. So that is a huge plus of this camera. You can pretty much place this standalone camera anywhere. Obviously, if you've got the pendant, which we'll come on to later, you can attach it here, and it's sort of like a POV camera now. You can attach it to anything that's magnetic, a lot of metal surfaces, because it's got a magnet built into the back of it. So one of the big things I love about this camera as well is the flip out screen here. So you can sort of monitor yourself if you're out and about, on the go, vlogging, or anything. If you've got the standalone camera outside of the action pod itself, you can have this elsewhere and you can sort of monitor yourself on the screen here. Very useful. So my second love of this camera is its image quality. For how small this thing is, you know, especially when it's outside of the pod, it has really good image quality. Shoots 4K, 60 FPS easily, no problems, no overheating, and when the conditions are just right, the image is sharp, the colours pop, when you've got it in standard profile, of course. But generally, yeah, the image quality on the Go Ultra is definitely a standout feature of this camera. Low light performance, again, with pure video, it has got better this time with a larger sensor than its predecessor, the Go. Yeah, it's improved a lot, so you don't have to worry about it being super noisy in sort of low lit conditions. Whack on pure video and this thing performs very well in low lit conditions. Another thing I love about it, the image quality, not onto the third one just yet, we're still on the second one, is you can now shoot in 4:3 aspect ratio on the Go Ultra, and that just gives you a little bit more height at the bottom and the top of your image. So if you need to crop in and move your image around when you're composing in the edit, then there you go, 4:3 aspect ratio. If you're going to be shooting in 16:9, that is, of course, it just gives you a little bit more wiggle room in the edit, so you can compose your images a little bit better. Third reason why I love this camera, there are many of them, but we've just narrowed it down to 6. Number 3 is how versatile this camera is. It is small, you know, it's easy to use, as I mentioned earlier, and you can just pop it in your pocket, whack it out whenever you need it, on the go, and there you have it. It's just, yeah, really convenient. You can place this camera in so many different locations, out and about, and it just makes it really versatile, and it allows your films to get, your videos to get a little bit more, you know, interesting compositions. So you're not, because of the size of, let's say, a mirrorless camera, you can't just plonk that on some sort of pole in the middle of the street like you can with this, if it's going to stick to it because of the magnetic back. Yeah, you can just get some very interesting shots because of its magnetic its size and the magnetic back. So the fourth reason I love this camera is because of the color profiles it has built into it. So, and there's one in particular, the glow color profile, that is very versatile when it comes to sort of color grading your images with the Go Ultra. Yeah, it's still an 8-bit image, but the glow profile is somewhat of similar to D-Log M. It's not technically a log profile, but it is much flatter than, say, your standard profile in the Go Ultra. So yeah, it just allows you to push and pull the colors a little bit more in post-production when it comes to editing. So very useful. Go Ultra is the only camera in the Insta360 lineup that has it. So they should bring it out to a few more cameras, maybe their flagship like the X5, the 360 camera. That'd be very useful, and then you can mix and match all the different cameras from Insta360. So yeah, glow profile, very versatile, allows you to push the colors a little bit more than you would, say, in your standard color profile. Bearing in mind it is only 8-bit, so 10-bit you'd be able to do even more with it. So Insta360, for your next generations of cameras, make sure you include nice log profiles and also 10-bit. 10-bit, very important. Okay, the fifth reason why I absolutely love the Go Ultra is because of this flip screen here. Having one of these on a camera this size is, especially when there's no screen built in the front of it, is super, super useful. You can monitor yourself, you can check exposure, you can see what the EV reading is saying, so if the camera thinks you're slightly underexposed or overexposed, you can see all that information on the flip screen. So that's very, very useful. Also, when you've got this camera in a when you've got the standalone camera detached from the action pod, and say I've got this attached to a magnetic surface up here, you can, and this is out shot, you can sort of monitor yourself and check that the composition you're after is how you want it to be. And yeah, so really, really, really useful for that. So composing shots, framing shots, checking exposure, having the flip up screen is very, very useful. And something I didn't really realise that these sort of cameras were missing until I experienced it for myself. And I have to be honest, with the Action 5 Pro, I didn't really use the front screen so much for monitoring, that is, because it was actually quite small, especially if you shot in sort of 16:9, it would only be a very small section of the front screen and be quite hard to see actually. So yeah, having a full size, I'm not exactly sure on the size of the screen, but it's big enough at arm's length to check everything essentially. So yeah, having this flip up screen and flip down screen, super, super useful, and is the fifth reason why I love the Go Ultra. On to my final reason why I love the Insta360 Go Ultra, and that is because of the accessories that are available for this camera. And I'm going to be talking mainly about the accessories that come with the camera at launch, in the box, should I say, as standard. I have got the standard combo, so what comes with that is the pendant, which we'll touch upon in a sec, and then the easy clip as well. And yeah, so there's a whole load of accessories available for the Go Ultra, but it must be said that they've actually changed the mount from the previous cameras or other cameras in the Insta360 lineup. So the Go Ultra has a very different mount. I'm not sure if you can see that there, probably not, but yeah. I can understand why some people were getting slightly annoyed that Insta360 changed the mount, because now a lot of the mounts that they use for their other cameras or you've used for your other cameras unfortunately don't work with the Go Ultra. So yeah, I understand people's frustrations with that. Okay, onto the first accessory that I probably use most for the Insta360 Go Ultra is the pendant. This comes with it, so it's in the box when you purchase the Go Ultra, and obviously you just pop it over your head, like so. Try and knock the mic. May have knocked the mic there, sorry. And this just works with the standalone. Oh. It's all good. We're good. The camera hasn't broken. It's a metal surface just down there in front of me, so it didn't hit that. Hit some carpet. Anyway, yes, the pendant. So pop the Go Ultra there, and you have, this is perfect for POV shots. Very, very useful. Also, one thing to note, let me just take this off and pop that there. It has, which is actually an upgrade from the other pendants that have come with Insta360 cameras. It has a rotatable back, and that just allows you to change the angle at which the camera sits. So at the moment it is sort of, let me pop that on there, that's sitting straight. Just twist this back, rotate this back slightly, and it changes the angle. I think that's pointing down ever so slightly. Very minimal, but also very, very useful. Next up is this easy clip or cap clip. Pop it on your, I don't have a cap annoyingly on today, but imagine I did. You can just clip this on. Here's a little clip here, and it has a magnetic surface. So boom. You can also use this as like a sort of a mini stand, I guess. You can only get certain angles with it, but you could use this as a stand if you really, really wanted to and you didn't have anything else. But yeah, you can clip this to a cap, either the front peak of it or the back. So very, very useful. I've actually used this until I got another accessory for running. So I've just popped it on the sort of the strap of my cap, had it like so, and you can just change the sort of the angle of the accessory like so. So you can have more POV shots, head top down shots, or you can have it more sort of like so, and your sorry, my hands are probably getting in the way of my face. Just have more sort of normal looking shots if you've got it on a cap. So the Easy Clip, very, very useful, good accessory. Also, didn't mention, comes in the box with the Go Ultra. Okay, up next is the Easy Clip headband, and this is really, really useful if you are doing sort of more action sports. I use this a lot for when I go running. If I take my camera out with me, well, I don't all the time, but I found it's slightly much more stable than the pendant actually. That obviously, if I had this attached around my neck, that would be wobbling all over the place. Not really useful for when you're running because of your up and down motion. And also a little bit more stable than just the Easy Clip alone, which is attached to the peak of your cap. But yeah, essentially this is just a Velcro strap, and it will sit on your head like so, or around your cap. And yeah, very, very versatile and useful accessory for the Insta360 Go Ultra. So the final accessory, this does actually also come in the box, but I've somehow managed to misplace mine. So I did replace it with a slightly more sturdier one, and that is the wrist strap that you get for the Insta360 Go Ultra. And that essentially just allows you to have the Go Ultra in a slightly more secure position. Just wrap it around your wrist, whichever wrist you prefer. I tend to put things around my left because I hold cameras, especially action cameras, in my left hand. And you can, when you're not filming or your hands are busy, you can literally just drop it down, and you can give it a few wraps around if you want to. And that's, yeah, very, very useful. This one I did have to purchase because I said I misplaced the other one, but there is a smaller one, probably a little less sturdy than this one, that comes with the Ultra. And if you have the wrist strap that comes in the box, you can use that to attach it to, say, the head strap or the pendant, just to give you that extra layer of security in case you sort of knock the camera off and it goes flying. You've got, yeah, you can be reassured it's not going to hit the floor like mine did earlier on because I wasn't using it. You can attach these sort of Peak Design type attachments to the camera, the action pod itself, and also on the standalone camera. I don't have one on here at the moment. Probably should have done earlier, but I don't. So yeah, you can attach these to it and then secure it with the wrist strap. So if you accidentally drop it, or you just want to give your arm a rest, there you go. It is securely in place. Don't need to worry about things falling off or hitting the floor. Very, very useful. There you have it. 6 things I love about the Insta360 Go Ultra. Yeah, as you can see, very versatile, lovely camera to use on the go, and very good image quality, lots of accessories. So yeah, a perfect little camera. What did DJI have up their sleeve? That should be announced today, actually. Potentially the DJI Osmo Nano. Is that going to compete with the Insta360 Go Ultra? From what I've seen, I don't think so, but let's wait and see. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Cheers.